Hello, this is wmpyr. For today's lesson, I want to focus on the difference between speed versus power and how to properly develop the two. Because I have seen a lot of YouTube videos where there are people, practitioners of sticks and also knives that they're quite fast, but it looks to me like it's arm-only movement, okay? And that's one of the things that we really don't want to do in martial arts, and also like something like in boxing. Okay, we don't want to be just an arm-only puncher. You want to involve the whole body. Okay, so we want good body mechanics. So the first thing that I'd like to go to is, let's go to the 5 angles of attack form. Let's do A and B. So it's this one right here: diagonal, diagonal, horizontal, horizontal, and then stab. And then the next one is diagonal down, diagonal up the way you came, diagonal up, and then diagonal down the way you came, and then stab. All right, so the first one is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the second one is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so people practice this form and they get better and better at it, and then they go up to targets and stuff. And the first step is to memorize. So yeah, you have to memorize it first. You're not going to have good body mechanics, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I see people actually practice onto some sort of target, a tree or something like that, and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They look fast and everything, but once again, it's arm only. Okay, I'm not saying that's necessarily bad, but I'm saying let's take it one step further. Let's make it a little bit more realistic. And this is why I say start with a stick. Don't start with a knife, okay? Because everyone falls into kind of like this trap here. Is the 5 angles of attack. The important thing is, when you're doing this with a stick, it's really great because it exaggerates your movement. Now, there's plenty of people that use the stick and they're just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? But what we want to do is we want to develop the power. And you go 1, 2, dynamic movements, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Now you could actually do what I just did right now. Practice that and say, okay, that's the power form. I can do it now. It's not that easy. You actually have to take the time and practice it. Right now I can't do it in here. You got to go outside, and you got to get some. You got to get that kind of momentum, that kind of power. You have to really put that in there, and you have to practice. You know, with that kind of speed, that kind of strength. It does take some time. You're not going to immediately be able to do it. Your body actually needs to get adjusted to it. So you need to practice it consistently for quite some time, and let your body get used to it. If not, you don't want to be in a combat situation and you try it and then you pull a muscle or something like that. So once again, you have to put in the time and actually practice this way. Okay, so it does take time. So you have to practice 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Really making it dynamic to actually feel the power. And like I said, with speed, do it outside, and that is your first step. To me, that's very, very important to actually experience that and to practice that way. So from there, we're going to go to speed, okay? Not go like this where you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you memorized it, and then you get faster and faster like it, so you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? To me, that's not the proper way to get to speed, okay? The proper way to go to speed is first learn power, like I said, where you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you start to make that a little faster. In order to make it faster, you're gonna have to make it a little bit shorter. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe shorter, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you notice the body mechanics, it starts to get more and more subtle, but it's still there. Okay, so if you go from power and you start to shorten it, become more and more efficient, and then you could get to speed. All right. there are plenty of people that practice that way and they ended up this way. They became very efficient and became very fast, and they ended up that way. And the problem sometimes is they abandon the power. Okay, I'm saying you should practice both, the power method and the speed method. Keep them both alive, but remember, speed is it comes from the power. Speed doesn't come from memorization and then you're just trying to go as fast as you can. Thank you for watching, and take care, folks.